Hello everybody, I'm VT Balram. I thank the Muslim Youth League National Committee, the organizers of this panel discussion for having invited me here. The topic you have selected is on resisting the dictator, Save Lakshadweep Lives. And eminent personalities like Metha Didi is participating. I'm so happy to be in this team. Today coincidentally happened to be the anniversary of our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. When we think about Jawaharlal Nehru, so many adjectives comes up in our mind. He was a true democrat, he was a staunch secularist, he was an internationalist, he was an idealist who believed in Fabian socialism, he was a free thinker who always fought against superstitions. But one important thing which has increased my respect about Nehru is that he didn't become a dictator, because he has every chance to be one. He commanded so much respect in his party, unquestioned authority in the political spectrum. He was very popular among the masses. He had every chance to become a dictator, but he didn't become a dictator. In fact, he laid the strongest possible foundations for a constitutional democracy in India and the hardest possible obstacles for any of his successors to become a dictator. That is his most important contribution to Indian polity. Nehru's foreign policy too has so many contributions, as we all know. One among them is the panchayat principles, the agreement he signed with China. But there is another panchayat from Nehru, that is his tribal panchayat. This is in fact a set of 5 principles which Nehru put forward, how to deal with the tribal people and the tribal settlements. So I will list them out. Number 1, people should develop along the lines of their own genius, and the imposition of alien values should be avoided. Try to encourage in every way their own traditional arts and culture. Number 1. Number 2, the tribal rights in land and forest should be respected. Number 3, train and build a team of their own people to do the work of administration and development. Try to avoid introducing too many outsiders into tribal territory. That's very important. Number 4, we should not over-administer tribal areas or overwhelm with a multiplicity of schemes. Administrate in accordance with their own social and cultural institutions. This is also very important. Number 5, we should judge the result not by the statistics or the amount of money spent, but by the human character that is involved. So these are the 5 fundamental principles upon which the future tribal policies of the Union government was formulated. Nehru himself has said that though this was originally intended for the northeast frontier regions where tribal habitations are so thick, this could be applied elsewhere, even to other scheduled areas, and Lakshadweep is one of such scheduled area. So the present developments in Lakshadweep has to be seen in the pretext of these panchayat principles and how the relationship between the union government and the people of scheduled areas should become, how to administer and how not to over administer such areas. Lakshadweep, it's very dear to all of us. Personally, it's dear to me. I have so many friends there. I have so many classmates from there. While I studied my MBA in Calicut University campus, I had my hostel mates who lived next door. So I happened to visit there twice. One was some 12 years before and another was just 2 years before. So we all love the place, we all love its natural beauty, its serenity. More than that, we all love its people. They are so peace loving, so humble, what do you call it? Not at all luxurious, not at all rebellious. That reflects in their crime rates as well. It's almost a zero crime area. It is in this particular place the present administrator, Praful Patel, is trying to impose the Gundam Act, or the Lakshadweep Anti-Social Activities Act in specific. So this is draconian to say its minimum. because you can put anyone in jail not doing any offense, but in the presumption that you will do an offense. You can put a person in jail for 1 year without trial. That is the penal provisions of this Anti-Social Activities Act. Again, this present administrator is trying to implement the Animal Preservation Act, hearing upon which we may have a presumption that he is trying to protect the marine aquaculture and the marine biology of Lakshadweep. But actually he is trying to impose a ban on the cow slaughter. It's clearly an RSS agenda. And it's totally insensitive to the local food habits of the Lakshadweep people, their own culture, because they used to eat beef, they used to eat non-vegetarian, so it's part of their culture and their sentiments. So he's trying to the administrator is trying to impose a ban on beef, even export of ban from the mainland. So it has nothing basically to do with animal protection and all. It's a Sangh Parivar agenda. Another thing is that he's trying to infringe upon the democratic rights of the Lakshadweep people. You have a draft Lakshadweep Development Authority rules which impose a ban on contesting panchayat elections for those people who have more than 2 children. So it's really fanatic, really meaningless. It has nothing to do with the security of the region. It's clear Sangh Parivar agenda. And the administrator is trying to encroach upon the democratic rights of and the powers of the elected district panchayats. And many of the important portfolios that directly deal with people's lives, like education, healthcare, fisheries, animal husbandry, have been removed by them, and the powers are vested with the administrator as of now. So to sum up, these are draconian. People can't do anything like this. We should not allow people to do like this. Lakshadweep is very close to us, very close. It has very close cultural, educational, commercial ties with mainland Kerala. So it's our duty to stand by them, to protect them, because they are very few in number. Just 70,000 people can't make a big voice, even if their rights are being infringed upon. So it's for us to stand by them. So as a political worker here in Kerala, I extend my full support to the people of Lakshadweep who are fighting to save their land, to save their culture, to save their livelihoods, to save their food habits, and save their peaceful way of life. We all stand by them, and I request all those who are seeing this video, please extend our support to the people of Lakshadweep. Thank you. Jai Hind.